name's Artemis, and our lovely little fandom here is so unique and vibrant and a really creative escape away from reality, which often means that those who aren't a part of this little fandom of ours get the wrong idea about it.
Or in the case of some of the more unsavoury aspects of our fandom, the right idea.
So this week it's public service time as we delve into some of the misconceptions people have about the furry fandom and all the shit the normies get wrong. Or some of the shit at least. There's so much it's hard to contain it all in one video. But anyway, let's dig in. So quite often the first thing that people see about the fandom will cement their opinion of us, and it will be that little deviation from what is considered to be normal. And that typically puts us down as freaks for life.
To a large amount of the public, the whole concept of a community which is all based online and acts through cartoonish characters can be just as alien as the concept of, I don't know, common sense, or that no matter how many times you vote for the Tories, they're still gonna fuck you over. They just won't get it through their fucking head. And I get it. I mean, this isn't something that is prevalent in everyday life. There's not exactly an equivalent to it. I mean, you don't find people looking to roleplay being elitist, narcissistic, power-hungry cunts, do you?
I mean, that is basically the British government, but I mean, I get your point. But yeah, we are taught from a young age, it is hammered into our skulls, not to talk to strangers on the internet because you will get abducted, and shit like that. So yeah, when you try and get over to these people that you have found a safe and welcoming, accepting group of friends within a community that you all share a love for, they do often look at you as if, you know, you got sent a cult VHS from the 80s and have pretty much drank the Kool-Aid.
Hey there! Are you a socially awkward teenager in search of an echo chamber and a place where you can fit in? Would you like to maintain that childlike sense of naivety whilst also exploring as many deeply sexual situations as a hotel suite can offer? Would you like to spend all of your money on a suit that you will only wear for 2 times out of the year? And we have a place for you, friend. Speak to your psychiatrist about joining the furry fandom today.
Warning, side effects may include heat stroke, dizziness, a blind spot in the center of vision, financial instability, abandonment issues, development of bizarre sexual turn-ons, overabundance of characters you never have any time for, increase in international travel resulting in more cavity searches than the human body should be able to withstand, extreme dilation of the anal cavity due to giant dragon dick, and deep-seated existential dread and nihilism. Should you see any of these side effects, please, just get back in touch with reality. For the love of God, holy fuck.
Now, obviously, this place can still be fraught with online dangers because it's an online space. Anywhere online is fraught with online dangers. Kind of comes with the territory. But that doesn't mean that it is inherently dangerous or any more dangerous than anything else you find on the internet.
And I mean, yeah, I get it. I can see why people would have a hard time trying to comprehend such deep and meaningful friendships that are largely only formed online, because it is quite a deviation from normality, and especially when you compare it to other socializing things that everybody accepts, like, you know, going down the pub and meeting people socially and shit. But honestly, is the furry fandom any more dangerous than any of those? I mean, have you been to a pub on a Friday night and had to deal with the fucking people that go down there? Holy shit, especially in this fucking town, Jesus. I think I've built up an immunity to roofies by now.
But even beyond the online nature of the fandom, the entire concept of it can be very hard for people to understand. I mean, to their mind, there must be something seriously wrong with your upbringing if you still give a fuck about cartoon characters after the age of, say, 9.
Oh, look, it's social pressure to conform just to be accepted. Oh, what a fucking strange friend that I've not seen all my fucking life. Honestly, when it comes down to it, fuck any kind of assumption that involves you having to stuff yourself into another box just to conform to someone else's expectations, alright? That sounds like a perfect way to completely ruin your fucking life. No, I will not accept any of this stupid shit of, oh, it's not normal. Well, we tried normal, it wasn't all that good, so we decided to try something else. We're happy, we found what we like, we found what we love, and we're happy to put our own enjoyment of our own lives above everybody else's expectations on our list of priorities, alright? Get on our fucking level, because I know you're jealous of that kind of acceptance.
Powerful, powerful words. But of course, we've got other things to consider as well. People are always fucking lumping their assumptions on us, so there's fuel for this fire.
A lot of the misconceptions that people have about our little community comes from a simple lack of education, which actually is kind of complete bullshit and totally unfair. I mean, what exactly are they teaching in these schools these days?
A lot of people are pretty fucking stupid and have absolutely no idea what goes on beyond their front door and will have no frame of reference unless they find it squashed in between Foxy Bingo adverts on ITV. And yeah, I know you guys know who I'm talking about because that dude you're fucking thirsty for, alright? So yeah, without this frame of reference, they won't really have much of an introduction to the furry fandom. With it being such an alien concept, it can be quite confusing for them.
Especially when it happens during those awkward teenage years where no one really knows how to deal with stuff like this, and then suddenly out comes the GCSE acting skills because coming out as a furry is apparently a thing that has to happen. Father, I have news. Something I really need to express to you about myself and who I am. But I do not find the words so easily, for it shall bring you most shameful news.
What, you shit the fucking bed again?
Alas, I wish it was so simple, but no, Father. There is something you must know about me, and I find it too difficult to find the words to say. I must convey them to you through the medium of song and dance. Just give me a minute to load it up on Spotify, yeah? Alright.
Alright, this is already a bad sign. Fuck's sake, why couldn't you have just shat the bed instead?
No, Father, that is not the way! I do my shitting in the woods now.
You see, that kind of shit is never gonna help our cause, or yours really, so maybe just fucking steer clear of it like it's smouldering wreckage.
For real though, people are thick as shit and often just fill in the gaps of their own knowledge with whatever they see online. And finding information online is sometimes a bit shitty when it comes to our fandom because people just love spreading lies. And the amount of fucking little assumptions that people have put against me personally, it's just bizarre. Like, oh, do you think that you're actually a dog? No, that's Ferians and otherkins. Do your research, champ.
And of course, there's those that think that the second we're in the suits, we like to act all anatomically correct, exactly the way that animals act in the wild, prompting just so fucking many unfunny, oh, do you sniff each other's asses to say hello jokes. For real, stop that shit. It was never funny.
And of course the weird assumption that the second we get home we want to get back into the fursuit and wear it all day everywhere we go, as if that's actually physically possible and healthy. People just seem to assume that this is all so much more involved than it really is, when most of the time we all just want to chill and have fun. And as fun as the suiting can be, everyone has a limit.
Breaking these things down can really help people understand things and maybe even find some middle ground where they can actually relate it to their own life and understand exactly why it's a big part of yours. I mean, until they find all of the porn, obviously, and they will.
Oh yes, that age-old trend of everybody deciding that because they find things sexual, that therefore everybody else has to, and if they don't quite understand what you're into, then they'll just rubber stamp it with, they get a boner, and that will explain it to them, really, won't it?
And funnily enough, that kind of logic flows into all things that people seem to find even slightly bizarre or just not in their particular circle of interests. Trust us. We have first-hand experience with this.
People are so quick to form their own bullshit assumptions about this sort of thing and whip out the old he's a sexual deviant blush and just start tarring everybody with it. And then of course, when people start to find out about this sort of thing in your life, it all turns into a massive fucking bitch fest as the rumour mill cranks up to full speed and starts pumping out the gossip.
Oh my god, did you hear about Becky? She's a goddamn furry, a disgusting dog fucker.
Oh my god, that is just so disgusting. My lord, it must be sexual because it's weird. And, you know, I view the world through a sexual lens, therefore everyone has to.
Oh my god, that is so disgusting. Consenting adults having sex in a perfectly safe and legal way? Ew.
Oh, thank fuck. I love judging people for things that they like. It makes me feel less insecure.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's all just a sexual fetish. I mean, I get it. Someone gets a bit horny when they walk the dog, but I mean, that's going too far.
Spending money on specific outfits to fuck in and it's not from Ann Summers. disgusting.
I know, right? They pretend to be animals and they wear fake fur. If I do my fucking in animal products, at least it's 100% real leather.
I mean, even though it's none of our fucking business, let's still completely tear them apart because of this, yeah?
Well, I mean, I saw some stuff on the internet that wasn't from the community, so clearly I'm just gonna believe that it's true because, it's weird for me and I like judging things.
Well, you know my view on the whole thing. If it's not missionary, then it goes against God.
It just brings a whole new disgusting meaning to the phrase, doing it doggy style.
Oh my God, didn't you let her walk your dog? I'd be pretty concerned about that.
It's a real shitty thing to try and fight off, really, because as soon as someone has this idea in their head, they're never really gonna let go of it. And there's so much fucking porn out there that they'll always find fuel for the fire. Every time you say, nope, the fandom isn't all about sex, they will point to someone and go, well, this particular person I found on Google Images is into all of the smut. Therefore, you must all be into all of the smut, because that's apparently how they fucking operate.
The whole goddamn world is ruled by sex. That is a fact that we all have to goddamn live with. Every single thing you look at has a seedy underbelly of sexuality to it. It's just a fact. It's the way humans operate. So we are obviously no fucking different. Yeah, there is a sexual side to the fandom, but just because some of us like the fandom doesn't mean that we are therefore guilty by association of daring to have sexual impulses, alright?
Honestly, I think it speaks more to the people making these assumptions than it does to us. I mean, let's break things down and look at other hobbies, shall we? Let's just say that someone likes going fishing, or they like going paintballing, or maybe it's something with their body. They're into their face care, like their skin or their hair, whatnot, yeah? Why is it acceptable to just completely accept that they probably don't jack off to that when they go out and do it and practice it, but we can't apply that logic to things like the furry fandom? Is it just too bizarre that someone clearly has to nut to it just to like it? What the fuck?
Abso-bloody-exactly. People really do need to stop their bullshit so-called logic of, I don't understand this thing, so obviously they must be getting off to it. No. No, 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 no! And finally, let's go through some quick-fire assumptions that we can shoot down, you know, while we're here.
Do all furries think they're actually animals?
Nope, Spherians and otherkin identify as animals.
But isn't it all about sex?
No, there are some people who do find it sexual, but it is not an inherently sexual thing or classified as a fetish.
But aren't furry conventions just basically orgies?
It's not a guarantee, but it does depend which hotel room you're going to. But I mean, they're all consenting adults anyway, so why is it any of your business?
Do all furries have to have a bizarre fetish as well?
Yeah, about the same weight as the rest of the world, really. It's the average, but we're just less repressed about it.
So do you all make your suits by hand?
Not always. Some of us commission them custom, and it's quite a thriving business.
Can I rely on the media and the news reports I've seen to give me an accurate idea what the fandom's really about?
Absolutely fucking not.
I've looked on Google for more than 5 seconds, and surely I'm right about this, yeah?
What are you, fucking stupid?
But the fandom's just a really weird place, right?
I mean, yeah, but who would really want to be normal anyway? And I guess that's the message here, really, isn't it? People will make their own assumptions, but it doesn't fucking matter, does it? Like, we can educate their asses, tell them what we personally are all about, but the fandom's such a big, diverse thing that there is no yes and no that applies to absolutely everybody. It's about what you personally get out of this thing and put back into it. Oh, what a lovely little message I had there, huh?
Exactly, you're never always going to be able to completely escape the assumptions that people make about you, but you can help it a little bit by educating their dumbasses about what everything's about. And that's basically the message that we have. People make their stupid assumptions and we have to fucking deal with their shit. That's fucking life, isn't it? But thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and of course it's that time of the video, very special time, where we beg for money, and maybe you would like to have a look at this website where we got merch and shirts and paw pillows and stuff, and I mean honestly they are really fucking nice. Like, you want to have a look, don't you? Really, you do. Give it a click. On the link's just down below. Have a little click, have a little look, see if you want anything. If you do, buy it. Simple, isn't it? If you want something, buy it. I'll be the little devil on your shoulder. Maybe get a lap dance from Lil Nas whilst I'm at it. But yeah, it's my little time of begging for money's done, so let's go for the dog, because he is really the grandmaster of being a fucking begging bitch, really, isn't he?
Not even going to dispute it. I am pretty fucking good at begging, and I'm going to do it again right here. So yes, if you would like to have a look at this little graphic I have made, and maybe have a look at Patreon, I would just say thank you so much for watching. It's very good of you. I mean, it's very nice to be able to make these videos and people watch and pretend to give a shit sometimes, and actually give a shit other times. Hard to say. Thank you very much. I hope everybody's staying safe out there, and I will, well, show you something next week. I mean, I won't see you next week because I can't see any of you. It's just a camera. Like, sorry to spoil the illusion if you were like replying to me, sat there at home, but I can't see or hear you, champ. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, we get to end on disappointment. Yay!